Welcome to Decide and Do with JW. This is going to be the second video that I upload to my YouTube channel. So if you didn't see the first one, it was Decide and Do number 1, which you'll find in my videos. So in the last video, we talked about how I believe my life's philosophy makes me successful and how easy I truly believe life is with two simple words: decide and do. In that last video, we talked about some of it, but in this video specifically, we're going to jump into decide and go over how important deciding actually is. So when you have a plan and you want to go ahead and do something, you have to make that initial decision. So this could be the hardest part that any individual takes on. Deciding on what you do is the bedrock and the foundation of whatever you want to get to. So I'll be honest, I made a lot of bad decisions in my life, a lot. And I thought that I thought them through, and I thought that they were well planned out, and I thought that they would make me successful in life and love and all kinds of other stuff, but they weren't. And it's really because I didn't think about what decision I was actually going to make before I made it. And I made a snap judgment, and I was like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. And it didn't work out. So in my mentality and how I've changed it, deciding is actually the hardest part. But once you lay the groundwork and the foundation of it, you honestly can become successful with it. So some things that you want to look at: wants over needs. What do you want to accomplish versus what do you need to accomplish? Like, I want to do a lot of things in life, you know, just as I'm sure that you are. Most is monetary for most individuals. They want to be a millionaire, they want to make money, they want to do all this different stuff. But what do you really need to do? What do you need to do that will set yourself up for success? And I'm talking about the happiness kind of success. Not the monetary, but what will make you happy in life, and those decisions that you need to make to do it. So understanding that when you make those decisions, don't put limitations on them. No limitation. If it would make you happy to go ahead and be an astronaut, like I talked about in video 1, well then go ahead, make that decision. If that's really what's going to make you happy in life, all right? But don't think about it like, I want to go ahead and be a millionaire and that's going to make me happy. Because I've listened to so many different videos and listened to other individuals that have that wealth that are unhappy because their life sucks overall. Yeah, they have the money. Yeah, they have all the different things that they wanted to get and they wanted to accomplish. But they didn't do what they wanted to that made them happy. So, although they got the money, it's nothing. So looking at that limitations, don't put limitations on you. If you're putting limitations on what you want to go ahead and decide on to complete at the end of the day, you're already starting off like crap, right? If I say, hey, you know what, I want to go ahead and be an astronaut, but I don't have enough money to go to school because it costs money to go to school, and I'm not smart enough to do this. All these knots that I'm throwing in my head, all these knots that I'm lining up, which would be my next portion of setting out on a path, I'm already cutting myself off. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish based off that initial decision just because you're already limiting yourself. You're either going to be your biggest strength or your biggest weakness in the decision-making process. You have to be able to understand that the decisions that you make might have life-altering effects. So when you realize that, you don't make these decisions lightly. I look back at all the previous decisions that I made that didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, and I realized it was because the initial decision that I made, and that is why the end result is the way it is today. I don't blame anyone else for the decisions that I made except for me. Meaning, I don't blame anyone on the end result and why the things are the way they are except for me. And because I take it so seriously, that is the reason that I think that the decision-making part is so important. And it honestly is the foundation of everything that you do within this life's mentality and philosophy. I'm a human being just like everybody else. Honestly, there's no different in me and you, except for one thing: in how I think and the way that I think about my life. And because of that, I understand that that is the bedrock of these decisions. I have to go ahead and make that decision based off of my understanding of what the end result possibly could be. And understanding that some of them might turn out like crap makes me think about them a whole lot more. And when I sit down to make a decision, just like I did to sit down and make these videos, and I realized, you know what? These completely could turn out to be horrible, or they could turn out okay, or they could be great. But if I don't make the decision to do it at all, I'm never going to go ahead and find out what they turn out to be. So by making that decision, realize that I'm putting myself out there and I'm running the risk of this turning out to be complete crap. But I'm also throwing it out there where the reward could be beneficial to not only me, but my end goal to you, the listener, you, the viewer. And one of you might take something away from these videos that could possibly change your life for the better. And on that by itself makes me want to do this more and more every day. And that is why this video will come out, and tomorrow another video will come out on setting out on a path. So until then, thanks for watching.